that darkness all. Hey, honey, you don't do it right. I say you don't do it right. All right.
See the X on the floor right there?
See the gal with the red dress on. You do the boogie woogie all right long. All right. Hey, hey. All right. Well, let me what I say. Tell me what I say right now. Honey, what I say. Baby, what I say right now. Tell me what I say. Tell me what I say. And I wanna know. I wanna know right now. I gotta know. Baby, I wanna know right now. Baby, I wanna know. Baby, I wanna know.
Are we almost all down the stairs?
Let me stand in the corner. Let me stand over there.
Way down
If you don't mind, please come all the way in.
all of them will get you just a drinking of wine, drinking that mess to get it right. You stop drunk, they sing all night. Drinking wine, slowly, oh, drinking wine. Drinking wine, slowly, oh, drinking wine.
There's Ricky's a brick.
Drinking wine, slowly, oh,
Is that everybody? Think so? Are you all the last down the stairs? Is that everybody? All right.
No one's laying off there.
Well, folks, welcome to the most important room in rock and roll music history. Just to remind you, all of the music that I have played for you and have yet to play for you was recorded right here in this little room. Amazingly, structurally speaking, this room is almost completely original. When Sam moved into this space in 1950, the floor that's here was already laid down, but it was Sam that designed the interior shape of this room after reading an article in a popular science magazine about acoustics. He built the wall there to create Marion Keisker's office, and that's that little window I was telling you about. The door directly through that window, that's the front door, and everybody would have had to have entered through that front door. The little archway that we stepped down from, that was busted open later. You used to have to go outside to get around into the diner. Of course, shamefully, the blues artists would not have been permitted in the diner nor in the boarding house that was upstairs because of segregation. This crazy-looking ceiling is a very important part of the sound of this room. This design prevents the sound from reflecting back down at us, so when both doors to the studio are shut, there is no echo in here. This is a very dead, still sounding room. And he built this wall to create his control room, and this is where all the fancy recording equipment was and where Sam Phillips would engineer from, or man the ship, so to speak, from inside this room. Marion Keisker, she helped Sam hang all the acoustic tiles you see on the walls and ceiling. And someone really made me laugh a couple of weeks ago. They pointed to where we had had water damage and said, well, she didn't do a very good job. That's not very nice. Well, yes, ma'am?
Why are they?
It's a sound
So it doesn't
thing.
reflect.
It's a, yeah.
So the sound from here will go up to there and then reflects that way,
Right.
or onto that way, so therefore you don't get an echo
Yeah,
from
it's
it. And the tiles got holes in them, so the sound goes
Sound
in and then
absorbs
doesn't come
it.
back out again.
Gotcha.
So you don't want, so you put the echo
He did a much better job than I did.
you put the echo on afterwards.
That's right, yes.
If you go into
Which
it
was a whole other
beforehand.
tour in and of itself, really. Now I'm going to pick the story back up where we left off upstairs on the afternoon that Sam Phillips first invited Elvis, Bill Black, and Scotty Moore here to see what they would sound like together as a band. For the first part of the afternoon, all they really did was play popular country songs. Sam Phillips really thought he was wasting his time with Elvis because they were only doing very well what every other kid in town was playing, and Sam was not interested in that. After a good bit of time of not hearing any feedback from Sam Phillips, the boys in here assumed they had not impressed him. Discouraged, everybody took a break. But when Elvis picked back up his guitar, this time what he started to play was a blues tune by Arthur Crudup called That's All Right. But he was playing that song very differently from Arthur Crudup's version. Elvis had revved this tune up, and they say he was playing it maybe like he was just trying to cheer up or entertain these other two boys. With Bill Black and Scotty Moore, they started to put this drive-in country rhythm behind this revved-up blues tune. I think probably because that's what they knew how to do. And the next thing you know, Sam is exploding through that door, yelling at them. And this is the quote: "What are y'all doing? Why did you not play that when you first came in the door?" So he arranged him in the room now where Elvis stood right about up here facing his band. Bill Black was on the upright bass right over there and Scotty Moore about over there. He had him play the song over and over, recorded the tune. 3 days later, Sam Phillips decided to brave the record to a local DJ whose name was Dewey Phillips. Dewey was not a relative of Sam's. Dewey had this radio show called Red Hot and Blue, and it was what all the teenagers listened to from 9 o'clock until 12 whole midnight. So he asks Dewey if he'll play Elvis's version of this blues tune, and Dewey said he would give it a shot. Then I'm going to play for you what that broadcast sounded like the very first time That's All Right aired on the radio. Elvis Presley, he had no idea Sam was going to try to get his song on the air. He was downtown Memphis that night in the movie theater tearing tickets. Elvis's evening part-time job. He had no idea his whole entire life was truly about to change overnight.
Oh, yes, sir, good people. So Phillips, let's bring the hottest cotton-picking thing in the country. Red Hot Blue coming through WHBQ in Hotel Tisco on the magazine floor. Ain't that right, Diz? That's right. Why you call Sam Putney? I got to call Sam, Diz. Hi, Pete Pick. How you getting on there, Ern? Tennessee Ern. How you on, buddy? Pretty good, Putney. Get you a wheelbarrow load of mad hogs, run them through the front door, and tell them Phillips sent you from Red Hot and Blue. And I got a new song we're gonna play here. They're gonna cut loose this new song.
Finished playing, the telephone started to ring at the station. There were actually a record number of 49 telephone calls that came in that night with teenagers asking Dewey if he'd play this song again. They'd never heard anything quite like this before. A first for the radio station, that it would be black and white teenagers that were calling and requesting the song. They had no idea what color Elvis Presley was. And Dewey Phillips ended up having to play That's All Right 14 more times that same night in his 3-hour radio program. Sam decided maybe he had something with this young Elvis Presley. Elvis was signed immediately to a 3-year contract on the Sun label while Sam and Elvis were sitting in a booth next door in Taylor's restaurant. In 17 short months and only 5 little double-sided records later, Elvis Presley's career would completely skyrocket out of control. There grew so much demand for Elvis so quickly. Sam Phillips sold the contract to RCA Records for $35,000, which I was sure he kicked himself, but he would forever tell you that that was one of the best business decisions he ever made for his little label. And I barely understand, but Sun Records at that time was still a struggling regional record label. Marion Keisker was Sam Phillips' only employee, and although they were focused exclusively now on Elvis Presley's career, they still could not keep up, and they knew they would lose Elvis to a national record label before they could catch up to become one. By selling Elvis Presley, Sam got completely out of his debts. He hired more staff. It was that money directly that enabled Sun Records to become a national record label. So now Sam was much better established to then support the careers of all of the other incredible artists that would get a great start in this room, really in Elvis's wake. Guys like Conway Twitty, Charlie Feathers, Charlie Rich, Billy Lee Riley, Billy Swan, Bill Justice, Malcolm Yelvington, Roy Orbison, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Sonny Burgess, Barbara Pittman, Warren Smith, Vernon Taylor, Carl Mann. This list can go on and on. Just this year now, we're up to 23 artists that are in the Rock and Roll Music Hall of Fame, all that got their start right here in this magical little room. And now that Sam was a national label, he told his artists the first to have a gold record, he'd buy him a Cadillac. Well, the keys to my dream car went to Carl Perkins for this song right here that is not just the